Do you ever struggle with impure desires, desires you wish you could get rid of? Well, I certainly have, and I've learned a lot about inviting God to control my desires, to direct my desires. He's taught me how to aim my desires in the right direction, and that's what I want to share with you today. There's a famous quote from a 17th century philosopher, Descartes, who said, "I think, therefore I am," which locates the core of the human person in the intellect. Well, we certainly are intellectual beings, but I think the core of the human person is more of a desiring creature. That we fundamentally are lovers more than we are thinkers. We all think, but we are driven by our desires. And the good news is we have ways of aiming our desires in the right direction. And at J.K.A. Smith writes on this subject, and he says, "The way to our hearts is through our bodies, our desires." And so, how do we direct our desires? Our desires focusing on the ultimate desires, the things that are our primary pursuits in life, that govern our vision of what the good life is. They're what we think about, and then they're what we act out and practice. So, the way to shape our desires in a certain direction, one of the primary ways is by our habits. What are we doing? What are we feeding our minds with? And what are we engaging our bodies in doing? All of our habits form our life. And Paul gets at this in his definition of worship in Romans 12, that it's about transforming the mind, renewing the mind, and offering your whole body as a service of worship. That's what worship is. It's about your mind and your body. So the interesting thing about spiritual formation is that it's not just a Christian thing, it's a human thing. Everybody is being formed by something. We're all following somebody. You know, we talk about following people on social media, and those people shape our lives. So we have to ask ourselves, who are we emulating? Who are we copying? What practices are we copying? And therefore, who are we a disciple of? Because you can't just say, "Oh, I believe certain truths to be true about God, and therefore I am a disciple." No, a disciple is somebody who practices the ways of their rabbi or their teacher or their influencer. So that's what this little series is about.